Hello everybody and welcome to the news. I'm Ben from the news.
I'm Peter from the news.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
Let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
Let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
You know.
What are we talking about?
It.
Yeah, what is it?
Let's talk about it.
What are we talking about?
You know that one.
Which?
It.
What?
Who?
What are you talking about?
We're going to talk about it. Now that we're both...
I don't know what you're on about. I've come here to talk about it.
Right. I think we both somehow psychologically birthed children and become dads
Yeah.
now after that little section.
Wow.
Psychological childbirth aside, it's time to talk about it. The film, Stephen King's It, capitalised with Pennywise the Dancing Clown in. You know what annoys me the most about Pennywise the Dancing Clown? Or in fact...
That he's scary?
No, just the internet in
scary,
general.
actually.
It wasn't Pennywise that annoyed me.
No.
It's the fact that there's clearly a poorly captured, pirated version going around. And very, very popular Facebook pages are taking the clip of him dancing and putting other music behind it, like, oh, isn't that funny?
It's funny because he's dancing to something else.
You are literally posting pirated material to your Facebook page.
Because it's not out yet. You can't possibly have procured that in any legal way.
I don't understand how that's fine. Anyway, that's not the point. It's getting a sequel.
Yeah.
It's getting a sequel is the news. You saw the headline. Do you want to know the date?
You saw the end of the credits, right?
Yeah.
Well, not even the credits.
Part 2.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
September the 6th, 2019.
Okay.
That's literally all the news there is to this. I now have lots of fluff to discuss if you guys want to stick around for that.
That's 2 years away.
Yeah.
The kids will be older by then, but not old enough.
No, they won't be.
They're going to have to cast some people.
I have some mad stacked and
Stats.
facts.
You've got a stack of stats.
I've got a stack of stats.
Okay.
It is the highest grossing horror film of all time.
Really?
Yes. $478 million worldwide in 3 weeks.
God.
I think more than anything, as discussed in our review and our roundtable discussion, while there are some certainly spooky factors, it isn't just a straight up, gory jump scare fest.
Jump fest.
And I think that proves that jump scares aren't everything. And if you want to, not necessarily water down your product, but if you want to appeal to a broader audience by sticking to a good story, and I know it's based on a book, but you want to stick to a good narrative with good characters that's engaging and interesting and a little bit frightening, then you can do really well. If it's just, here's Night at the Jump Scare Hotel 12.
Yeah, where everyone gets their willies chopped off.
In gruesome fashion, they have to cut off their own heads to survive.
Right, yeah.
No, don't want to see that.
Like you say, though, the interesting thing, the point you make there is, I know it's based on a book. Well, actually, it's this version of it is, there are a few deviations from the book, or a few omissions, like the bit where they all have sex down a well.
That's not there anymore.
That's not in there anymore. And that is a lot to be said for that as well. Like knowing what is and isn't okay for a film and what's going to work well. Yeah. Don't just, if you're doing an adaptation, don't just go, well, I have to do it. I have to. It's just in there.
Like do a spook.
Exactly. Like you do need to stay true overall to your source material, but don't necessarily just say, well, I have to. It's all going in. It's all going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of parallels are going to be drawn and have been already to Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I think Stranger Things really kick-started this whole. I say whole wave because I imagine a load of films are going to ape this soon.
Right. Riding around on your bike.
Riding around on your bike. Nostalgia, that sort of stuff. Much like how Guardians of the Galaxy had a fun, unconventional soundtrack, and then everybody did it, like The Martian.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be a wave of new films, but I think Stranger Things probably started that, even though they were kind of aping Stephen King novels in their sense of direction and stuff.
Hey, look, if there's going to be a wave of new films that aren't just remakes or based or that, if they're not going to have jump scares and they're not going to be remakes of other things, I'm all about it.
Jason versus Freddy 12.
Oh God,
I keep going to 12.
Freddy
I just think that's a number.
I think there's only been one Freddy versus, or maybe two.
I don't know. But, too many though, right?
Oh yeah,
probably only needed to be one.
That was a weird old film, Freddy versus Jason.
Some facts for you, or some heavily rumoured news nuggets for you. So open up your mouth. Here's a fresh serving of news nuggets and fries. McNuggies. There they are.
Oh no.
They're gone.
Yeah, good.
So I miss you, Adam. So screenwriter Gary Doberman. I think his last name is genuinely
Doberman.
Doberman is in the dog, right?
Maybe Doberman or Doberman.
I want to say Doberman,
but it could be Doberman.
Doberman. He was the screenwrter for IT, the first one. And supposedly he's down to return.
Okay.
Director Andy Muschietti is in talks to return. So they've got a release date, but they haven't got a director yet.
Right.
I would like to think that he would return, given that it was kind of his pet project and it went so very well.
I think that's one thing that really did go well is the direction and the screenplay. So it would make sense to get those back. You can't just say, well, the first one was good. We can hire any old people and it'll do well. I think they should bring back the same old crew.
So, chapter 2.
Yeah.
What could happen in it, Peter? Obviously, the second part of the novel. I could tell you were about to answer me then.
Yeah.
What could happen in it, Peter?
Well, 27 years later, a lot of them have left. I think they all leave Derry, or maybe one or two stay behind, and they have to all reconvene because things start happening again.
Pennywinkle's back.
Yeah, they start. I think they. I've only seen it once, and I've not read the book, but I believe they start seeing Pennywise even outside Derry, so in their respective wherever they are doing whatever.
There's something strange in their neighbourhood.
They start having like little hallucinations, and they're like, "Oh, he's back."
Hallucinations.
Yes, hallucinations.
Who's that?
Who's that?
It's Pennywise.
So they reconvene.
Yeah.
They rekindle.
Second part of the novel is the grown-up kids returning to Derry 27 years later. Yeah, as you said. So presumably we'll get new actors in for that.
We're going to have
27 years. However, according to the Hollywood Reporter, the sequel will feature flashbacks allowing the teen actors to return.
I heard this. I don't know where I heard it, but
the Hollywood Reporter apparently.
Well, yeah.
Don't know what their source is.
I think it was announced almost immediately after.
Don't worry, the kids are back.
Everyone realised that it was going to be chapter 2. There's going to be a good old few flashbacks, which would be interesting and good because they were good kids, good actors.
Remember, they did deviate from the plot in chapter 1, which did see the omission of the sex scene.
Yeah.
A good thing. So, flashbacks may add something to however they decide to structure this.
Well, this is the only thing, is that how are they then gonna... The idea is that the creature, sleeps for 27 years and doesn't do anything in that period. So how can he flash back to their childhood if we've apparently seen all of the initial it phase, and then there's just going to be nothing it related happening in those 27 years that they're going to so either flashing back to when there's meant to be nothing happening, or flashing back to stuff that kind of should have been in the film already.
Either they didn't show the film, or it could be leading up to them leaving the house, because there's
maybe it's just about their lives and stuff.
There's no way they can age them 27 years, but there is a way they can age them 5 or 6 years to them maybe going to college, or
they'll be 2 years older anyway, or maybe a year older. They'll start filming,
and they were older than the ages they were playing anyway.
So they can manage that to an extent, but it might just be about them going their separate ways. What happened to this person and this person? Did those two stay together who had a little kiss at the end?
Did Ben fit? Because she was worried he was too big.
Yeah, she was worried. I mean, he's a big guy.
Bill Skarsgård will return.
Okay, well,
that's confirmed, as you would bloody hope.
Yeah.
So that's all of the stat facts that I've got here.
Right.
And that's it. The 6th of September, a month. The 6th of a month in 2019.
So it's happening.
Every month in 2019, you look at your calendars for the 6th and you go, is it out today? No. Maybe next month.
I think they should actually just wait 27 real human life, real Earth years.
God, are we going to have a nostalgic
and get the
2017 film?
Or
remember what life was like in 2017?
It'd be 2044, I think, if I've done my quick mental maths correctly. Then. Yeah, I know. But they'd be able to do No, I don't either. They could do that though. In 2044, they could do like a non-canon chapter 2 where they use all the old actors and just remake what is going to be the current chapter 2 in 2019. Imagine that.
Bill Skarsgård will be very old.
He will.
Actually, he's a youngish man, but obviously Pennywise will have aged worryingly. Although God knows what CGI is going to be like in 2044.
Maybe there won't be any actors left in 2044.
Maybe there won't be any people left in 2044.
No.
You're thinking of flashing back to 2017, the year that nuclear war is on our doorstep.
Yeah.
So, that's fun, isn't it? Aren't films fleeting and pointless, ultimately, as we're all going to die in a fiery hellscape?
Yeah.
With that news, I think it's time to wrap up this news. That was the news. We know it. And now... So do you.
So do you.
I've been Ben from the news.
I've been Peter from the news.
And make every day count, because there aren't many left.
There's only
12
days left. 12
is an important number.
Yeah.
And so that's how many days
You've got just enough time to watch every Freddy vs. Jason.
One a day. Bye.